Now at this point, I guess it's time to knock out that back door. I don't have the figures yet, but next step is painting for this piece, so here we go, unfortunately. There we go. Well, I wouldn't be able to put lights up in the ceiling there. Potentially I could get little pieces of foil stuck in there so when the light on the bottom near the floor hits it, it could look like a reflection potentially. So something I was thinking about doing was putting an LED forward in the cockpit and also potentially running LEDs to these two little dots here. I figured they could be like white running lights, one blinking, one solid maybe. To do that, I'd drill straight in and then I'd drill sideways to find wherever that meets up and then run fiber optics from somewhere else in the body. To do that, the fiber optics would have to run through the bottoms of these seats and the bottoms of those seats. And I should put an LED back here. And maybe I could grab a photo or something from the studio set and put that back here for like a wall panel or something, just to add some visual interest. However, when this model is positioned on the plaque and hung on the wall, there will never be any way to see this. Though I suppose now that I think of it, I could have it pointing downwards. That seemed real scary, huh? Up in the front here, looks like this guy goes like that. And all that goes like this. There isn't going to be too much visible through there. So it looks like this gets glued straight up to as high as possible there. However, it'll be easier to put the decals on with the piece separate, so I won't glue that yet. This needs to be painted before it's glued. These guys here. Nothing to do here but paint that. Tail assembly. This should wait to be painted until it's attached to the back wings. This guy here is, I should probably wait to glue this to the other assembly. And this should be done by now. So this trench here doesn't quite match up. It won't be an issue. It seems to be moving alright. So I'd say this one is ready to be glued. Let's move things around here a little. Well, I definitely glued that fiber into place. This end is never coming out of there gently, and if I try and rip it and it breaks in half, then I'm just as screwed. So it's gonna stay. We'll trim it down a little so it's not quite in such a that'll make it a little easier to deal with now. And I don't want to leave this wrapped up in there in case it rips. So next up, so I got a little bit of glue marks on here, but that should go away once it's painted. Next up would be gluing these babies on. Then this becomes a single piece. Oh yeah, another piece I can glue on is these guys. I don't quite know how I'm going to hold them in place though, without getting glue all over. So I did get this wing offset, unfortunately. I'm going to have to shave that back with the sander. Or with the file, rather. And with a few moments in the change of a memory card, glued the back piece into place, just made a little X and pressed down for a few minutes like that. And I've just pressed this guy into place here only at the front, leaving this free so that I can tack it down in a second. And I'm going to do the same for this side too. So this one isn't as warped as the other one, so it may be a little more difficult to put some glue down there, but we'll see. Ooh. Now let's just go for the whole wing in this case. The reason is the whole wing is more difficult than doing just a portion of it.